Over time, a WordPress site can start to feel like a massive modified machine struggling to move under its own weight. For years, page builders like Elementor and Divi solved a real problem. They let you design a custom site without hand-coding PHP, democratizing the web for millions. But as the web prioritized mobile speed, those once helpful visual tools became a heavy burden, causing sites to fail Google's core web vitals. The performance numbers are only the symptom. The real reason developers are moving away from page builders is happening much deeper in the stack. Once you see the architectural difference, you'll understand why more WordPress professionals are adopting block themes for new projects. Welcome to Stack Agnostic, where we cut through the hype and break down web technologies based on architecture, performance, and real-world trade-offs, not marketing. To solve this at the root, WordPress finalized an in-house alternative, full site editing and block themes. This chart shows the architectural difference between the two systems. The page builder stack is tall. You start with WordPress Core, add your theme, install the builder plugin, stack on proprietary widgets, and top it off with heavy CSS and JavaScript loads. The block theme takes a direct path. It moves straight from WordPress Core into native block HTML. 2 steps. Choosing between them is a decision between a workflow based on third-party tools and one built on the core WordPress architecture. Let's look at the actual code these stacks output. Page builders generate a massive footprint, loading hundreds of unnecessary wrapper elements and global scripts on every single page, even if you aren't using them. A simple button is coded differently. On the left, builders wrap it in a deep tree of unnecessary div tags. On the right, block themes use one clean button tag. These extra tags trigger warnings for delayed LCP and high INP. When pages render slowly, visitors leave. And if you're running paid traffic, that bounce rate drives up your cost per click. You end up paying for clicks that leave before the page even loads. Block themes solve this by rendering semantic HTML5 and only loading CSS for the specific blocks actively used on the page. This chart tracks a recent client migration from a heavy page builder to native blocks. Load times dropped from 4.2 seconds to 0.8 seconds, and server requests plummeted from 127 down to 38. Moving to native blocks does mean you lose the massive library of pre-built complex animation widgets that come right out of the box with page builders. Ultimately, builders trade foundational site speed and ad efficiency for immediate access to drag and drop visual components. That's the front end. But what happens in your database when you hit save? Traditional builders store your layouts as proprietary shortcodes or serialized JSON data. If you ever try to change your theme or disable the builder plugin, your layout breaks into a chaotic mess of raw, unreadable text. WordPress block patterns save your layouts. Natively, they use clean HTML wrapped in simple comment tags. Because this is standard markup, search engines can read your content clearly, and it remains intact across any modern theme you switch to in the future. If you have a short-code heavy site right now, escaping it means sitting down and manually rebuilding your pages into native blocks. There is no magic button. Builders give you granular control over your current templates. Native blocks ensure those layouts actually belong to you. Building the site is only the first step. You have to maintain it over years, often with multiple team members making edits. Page builders provide an incredibly intuitive visual canvas, which is highly appealing for non-technical marketing teams who need to move fast. But giving users the freedom to tweak margins, fonts, and colors on every single element inevitably leads to fragmented, page-by-page overrides that creates massive technical debt. Block themes solve this styling problem with a centralized file called theme.json. Theme.json acts as a single source of truth. Define typography, spacing, and colors here, and it synchronizes across every header, button, and text block instantly. You can lock it down, preventing clients from overriding global styles and breaking the brand design. Block themes enforce strict design consistency. That governance saves developers and agencies from hours of untangling rogue CSS overrides down the road. As the WordPress core becomes more capable, page builders have moved into a role for specific high-design use cases. Let's look at this decision framework based on the primary function of your next project. If your business relies on organic SEO or paid ad clicks, a block theme helps secure the sub 2-second load times needed to keep your ad spend efficient. If you're a marketer, churning out standalone landing pages where complex animations and speed to market override long-term code hygiene, page builders still make sense. If you run an agency building scalable sites for clients, transition to block patterns to lock down your designs and protect your maintenance margins. The architecture of the web is moving toward lean, unburdened solutions. WordPress development is now centered on this native model. Every new proprietary layer you add today is another dependency you'll eventually have to remove tomorrow. Choose your stack accordingly. The point isn't that page builders are obsolete. They solved an important problem, and for many workflows they still do. The real question is what you're optimizing for. If speed, maintainability, and long-term scalability are your priorities, WordPress's native block architecture is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe to Stack Agnostic for more architecture-first analyses of WordPress, Shopify, AI, and modern web development. And I'd love to hear your perspective. If you were starting a brand new WordPress project today, would you build it with a page builder or with native block themes? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.